Weekday morning starting at 6 Eastern.
Quick
On
hold here
ESPN
again.
Radio
At
and on
this point,
ESPN
less than
2.
2 minutes. But all right, thanks again.
This is Freddie and Harry on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. LeBron
Okay,
doesn't
we're
want to
live.
realize this, but he's become that old man that, when you're in the park and the old dude knows that people aren't picking him first, so he says, I got next and hopes to be on the squad to stack it. LeBron's at that point right now to try to win a championship because he doesn't have that power with the Lakers to say, go do this. They don't have those kind of pieces. Those days are over. Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. KRNT Des Moines is 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Media Group station.
The Fan Show, 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines, is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July last night. And I hope everybody's got their fingers. Let's just leave it at that. Andrew's over there running the controls. You want to call in and say hi, you can. 515-244-1350, 515-244-1350. Got a fun show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about Mr. Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. They got the big turkey count coming up, and we got a whole bunch of other fun stuff to throw at you. Kool-Aid Christmas in July. We got our anniversary contest going on. We got the Outdoors Dan Trivia Challenge today, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's get to it. Head over to the phones and say hi to our good friends. Oh, I'm sorry. The show is brought to you in part by our friends over at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. $60 a month gets you 1 month free. When you pay for a year, you get a 12 by 50 assigned spot, secure gates 24/7. Just give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362, and they'll take good care of you. Jim, what's up, buddy?
Morning, Dan. How you doing?
I got 2 hours sleep last night. How are you doing?
I got more than that.
They were.
Well,
Well,
got 2 hours.
that's because I was in a demilitarized zone for. They didn't quit shooting fireworks off till 2:30 this morning.
Wow. Well, those days are gone for me.
It wasn't us. It was everybody in the neighborhood. It got to the point. My poor dog Raven. I gave him a pill, like at 7:30 for if he gets nervous or anxious. They got this pill you can give him. And that poor dog, man, he was so upset. He was shaking all night. I almost got in my truck at 1:30 and said, "All right, that's enough." But it's like I can't go to jail. I got to do the show tomorrow.
It's a lot different than the sparklers and snakes that we grew up with.
I hate to sound like a grumpy old man, but we used to shoot bottle rockets off and stuff. But Mom and Dad shut it down at 10 o'clock. People just don't have any courtesy anymore, Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, I know there were some big boomers that went off around here that were definitely loud.
Yeah, I told Jen I should get up. I should 5:30 in the morning. I should just start ringing doorbells saying, "Hey, thanks for doing all the fireworks last night, man. That was awesome."
Well, we just say that I hope everybody had a good 4th, like you said, and everybody's happy, and we just keep on moving down the road.
Yeah, man, can you believe we're in July already?
No, not at all. It's going way too fast.
Yeah, I tell you, you got the big count going on now. This is not the August roadside survey. This is the turkey count.
Right. Yep. That's a completely different survey, and we run that every year in July and August. And the reason that we do it the way we do is because turkeys aren't like pheasants. So we have our August roadside count for pheasants and quail and rabbits, the small game. But the turkey survey is a little bit different. We run that for 2 months because turkeys kind of spread their nesting season out, and gives idea of the number of hens that are successful and the number of poults that they're having per hen, And we open that up to the public. So the August roadside survey is done by our staff, but the turkey survey anybody can participate in, and we appreciate anybody that does do that. In fact, I just entered a turkey yesterday into the survey.
Well, there you go. Well, hey, I saw a hen yesterday.
Yep, make sure you get that entered. It's easy.
I'll just tell you. I saw a hen yesterday, Jim.
Well, I need to know. Was she by herself, or did she have poults, and what county was she in?
She was in Polk County, and she was by herself.
Okay, I can certainly do that for you, but I appreciate if you do it yourself, because we like people to be out there and understand how to do the survey.
Jim, I'm telling you, man. I believe in the personal touch.
Well, I do too, but what we don't want is a double count. So if I enter it, then you decide you're going to enter it. She gets entered twice.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me entering it, Jim. Yeah.
You haven't figured out your computer yet, huh?
Oh my God. I don't get me started. I was telling Andrew, I got a message from Google. Google drives me absolutely up a wall. I got a message. Your website page is not compliant within our standards for our privacy listing. You have to have a privacy page on the app so it tells people if you take their data, sell it, or whatever. And I've had the same privacy page for 4 years that we've been running the Outdoor Call Radio Network up, and it's like bam. So no, it took me 2 hours to figure out how to change my stupid privacy page listing on my website. I hate computers.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you too. It's change is not good for us older people.
No, and I might be 61, but in my head, I'm still 30. But it's just like I don't understand. I'm not a computer guy. I'm a bow hunter.
Yep, you understand that part of life, and it gets you by, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Scotty, Fishing Dave. Good morning, Jim Fetkether. Good morning, buddy. John. Good morning, Richard. Richard. Nice. Richard was catching some wallies yesterday somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard, good morning. Kevin Dill, good to see you, buddy. Richard, wow, I should have been seeing my Big 10 I had in my neighborhood yesterday morning. What a brute. He must have a big buck or whatever in there. Hey, Chris DePerta and PA, Creek Archery, good to see you. No, I tell you, man, I can't believe it's deer season. I'm giving away. I'm today on the Outdoors Day and Trivia. I'm actually giving away some scent elimination spray. I've got a dirt spray and I've got a field spray. From now until deer season. That's what we're giving away on the trivia challenge. We're giving everything away for deer season. So
it's always deer season, isn't it?
Well, it is. You know me.
Let's change that. It's always deer preparation season.
Yeah. You better watch how you say that these days. I just want to make sure that we get everything ready. I mean, I'm going to get my mock scrapes out hopefully next week and get my cameras out. And I mean, we are only, man, what are we, 12 weeks away, 13 weeks away from deer season?
If you're a bow hunter, you better be starting to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that far away, buddy. I'm telling you.
No.
It's even sooner if you're going out west chasing elk or muleys or something.
Yeah, especially if you're going out for elk. It's time to, and if you're going out west to go elk hunting, it's time to start getting in shape.
Yeah, I hear that. Good morning. Yeah, we got the Andrew Cam going today. The Andrew Cam is brought to you by Cookie's Barbecue Sauce because, like the Andrew Cam, we wish it was covered up.
That's funny.
Yeah, did you see what I did there? Did you see what I did there?
Good one.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. Time to order more of that awesome Valor jerky. Yeah, you got to get your Valor jerky ordered, Richard. Jeff, now that's their Andrew Jeff, I can't read that. What's it say? Now that there's us and Andrew Cam, that means a raise, I'm sure. No, he's not getting a raise.
It sure does.
So how long has the turkey survey been out, Jimmy?
Yeah, for Iowa, we've been doing it pretty much since their reintroduction or when we started having modern seasons. So really since the mid-'70s, we've been doing some form of a turkey brood survey. And obviously as the population grown, that survey has grown as well. We used to do it as a postcard survey where we would send postcards out to avid hunters and usually landowner tenants, those kinds of people that are out on the landscape. But with the advent of the computer, even though I know you don't like the computer, and the cost of postage anymore, we've removed the postal part of it, we still send a reminder out to the same people, to the landowner tenant that get turkey licenses and the avid hunters. But we opened it up to the general public about 5 or 6 years ago, really, to do the internet-based accounting. And we're not much different than most other states now. If you look around the Midwest, most states do a survey every year. Almost all of them do it in July and August, and they're almost all internet-based now.
I got you. Yeah, I think, listen, I've said this for years on the shows, we're the eyes and the ears of the DNR. I mean,
Absolutely.
every time we go out and put a camera out or put a stand up and stuff, it's always nice to call your local DNR person and tell them what you're seeing. And that really does help you and everybody over there at the DNR help make our seasons better, doesn't it, Jim?
It does. That's a perfect analogy, Dan, because you have to realize, 99 counties in Iowa, there's no way that the DNR can be out there in all places doing that survey and understanding how the population, even in Iowa, changes from east to west, north to south. Iowa's a great state. We've got turkeys in all 99 counties, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
The populations aren't the same. The weather's not the same. The circumstances aren't the same. And that's what allows us to make those changes if we need to adjust accordingly. And we've been blessed the last few years. Our turkey brood survey a few years ago showed that our numbers were up over previous years, and it's been reflected in our harvest the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So they definitely are correlated with each other.
Absolutely. Matt, good morning. Tony, good morning. Rick Johnson said his cameras are already out. Good for you, Rick. You're up on the game. Chris says Andrew deserves a raise. Jeff, got my tumbler. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know that, Jeff. DePerna, at the very least, a good steak dinner somewhere. Have Dan dig into his pockets. That ain't gonna happen. Matt, any tips for fall turkey hunting? Jim, any fall turkey hunting tips for Matt?
Yeah, it's changed a lot, and the key to fall turkey hunting is you got to find them. You're hunting the young birds of the year typically, and you got to be out there and find those young flocks. But there's a lot of people now that do it kind of the traditional bow hunter way, like deer hunting, is they're just sitting in one spot and waiting for the turkeys to come to them. So
yeah,
the key is you got to get outside.
Yeah. Matt, you just want to find a bunch of them all grouped up, bust them up, run at them, scream at them, whatever, and then sit down right there and wait about 25, 30 minutes and start keying, and they're going to come right to you.
Yep.
That's the fun thing about fall turkey hunting. Hank down at Revelton, happy 4th weekend, everybody, to you, and thanks. Tell everybody hi, Hank. Jeff, it beat the grunt call. It beat the grunt call. I don't know what that means. It beat the grunt call. Oh, I guess because he got the tumbler. Okay, there you go. Hey, everybody, if you want a full adventure in Pennsylvania and a great hunting experience, call Creek Archery and book a hunt with Closed Eyes Outfitters. You're not going to tag anything, but you're going to feel really rested when you get a lot of sleep sitting out with your guide, Chris DePerna. Nobody naps harder in the ground blind or in the tree stand than Chris. Closed Eyes Outfitters. You can book a hunt and you're going to feel rested. How about that, Jimmy?
That sounds like a perfect hunt to me. I always say, especially turkey hunting, it's not a good hunt unless there's a nap involved.
Oh, he's awesome at napping, man. He's a 5-star napper, man.
Yeah, the older I get, I look for a nice tree with a good lean to it.
Well, see, yeah. Oh, when you put your stand up.
Well, I don't go up in the stands when I'm turkey hunting in the springtime. I call them the lazy boy trees. You get the one that's just got the right angle to it, and you kind of get leaned in there and tuck your head in and fall asleep for an hour and wake up and just wonder what's been watching you.
Yeah, when I put my ladder stands up, I always try to find a tree that's just slightly leaning back, because that way you can just, oh man, I tell you what, you climb up, you strapped in, you wait for the sun to come up, and you just sit there and you can just listen to the woods wake up. Is that not the best thing ever?
That's the perfect part. That's the perfect part.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know how many times I've been there kind of half asleep in the dark and hear here comes a deer, and you can't see, but they're right there. It's like, that's got to be a 180-inch deer. It's a 180-inch deer. Yeah. How many times has that happened to you out there? I know that's happened to me over 35 years of bow hunting. I bet you that's happened at least 35, 40 times to me over the years.
it's pretty amazing how the sounds are amplified too. That they just get louder and louder the darker it is. You wonder, what's all going on out there.
Yeah. 7:14 and some change. We're visiting with Jim Coffey, Iowa DNR turkey biologist. So how did what was the final turkey numbers? Do you have those?
Yeah, as far as harvest, we did well again this year. Now, last year was an all-time record high for Iowa and for a lot of states in the Midwest. But we ended up at just around 15,000 birds reported this spring, which is just tremendous. And that again is a reflection of the production from 2 years ago, really, which was good production, and that's what we do the brood survey is to kind of look at those estimates. So, yeah, 15,000 birds were reported. And again, about 55,000, 56,000 people participated or bought licenses this year, which is again an upward trend. So turkey hunting stays popular and is popular, and still provides a good resource for the people out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey Jim, I got to take a real quick break. When we come back, how long do I got you for another 15?
Yeah, as long as you need, bud.
Okay. All right. We'll be back with Jimmy. We're going to talk about spur length on turkeys when we come back because I get a lot of questions about aging turkeys, and everybody says you go by their spurs. We're going to talk a little bit about spur length when we come back with Jim Coffey on 1350 ESPN. Hang on, everybody. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Its convenience and portability are unmatched. Lightweight, compact, and require no refrigeration. It's a breeze to pack on hunting trips where space is kind of precious, The long shelf life offers peace of mind, making it a reliable food source for extended trips or unexpected delays. Hunting demands stamina. Jerky's high protein content provides sustained energy, keeping you full and focused throughout long days in the field. For the perfect healthy snack, don't choose just any jerky. Choose Valor.
There's dust everywhere.
Jerky takes us outdoor essentials to the next level. Try Valor Jerky. Bold flavors like tactical terror.
What are you doing today, DePerna? You playing golf?
Next time you're geared up for an outdoor adventure, reach for
Probably
Valor
working.
Jerky. As a veteran-owned company, Valor Jerky gives a portion of every sale directly to supporting veterans and first responder nonprofits. For the perfect healthy snack that gives back, choose Valor Jerky. Next time you're gearing up for an outdoor adventure, reach for Valor Jerky. Visit thevalorusa.com to order.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes
there you go, Chris.
and longer cast, Trika has people talking.
Chris said you should shut my microphone off. He shuts my microphone off, the show's over.
As much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika Casting Performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions asked guarantee. Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika rods.
Scott, I'm not being a grouch about fireworks. I like fireworks. I don't like them at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep, though.
It's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable.
See, they're supposed to stop at 11, but nobody pays attention to the rules anymore.
In some cities, you can get a permit.
And giving your family issues. A Honeywell dehumidifier system
installed with
permit
where
system can
where they can't.
right away.
Most cities that have them go to about 11:30.
Yeah, you're supposed to 11 o'clock, and that's not too bad, but not 2 in the morning, man. I just felt bad for my dog more than anything.
So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year,
I kept showing him pictures of Chris DePerna and his Fred Flintstone golf shirt to calm him down. Even that didn't work.
Heating and cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
I said, Raven, come here. Look, see that? It could be worse. You could be looking like that with that Fred Flintstone looking thing. He looked at me and went,
which could have meant, give me one of those.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't put that on my dog.
I wouldn't put anything
orange camouflage looking thing.
I wouldn't put any clothes on.
What? I don't even know what kind of flage you would call that. You call that trailer flage? Bedrock flage? What is that, Chris? Bedrock Flash?
Family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen.
I just could imagine Chris DePerna in the tee box. This is my buddy in PA, guys. I can just imagine him and getting ready to do a drive with that Fred Flintstone golf shirt on. He's probably got his hat backwards. Got the old driver in there. It's very stylish. Fireworks bothered my dad's PTSD. Jeff, I feel bad for everybody. A lot of folks have PTSD, and that's what shocks me. Well, there you go, Richard. That's a good thing. I could just see Chris taking that old grip on that driver and just got his little toes. He probably got his little toes where he tickles right to the ball. I could see it.
You want a string and cable that does not stretch and is reliable, so when your bow is tuned, it stays that way. You need gas bow strings.
That's my buddy.
Stable, consistent, and
Creek Archery.
Cables that come with a 1-year warranty.
Fantasy football, buddy. 8 weeks, Chrissy. Get ready. We draft in 39 days, Chris. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm counting. I've been counting for 100-something days.
With Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Out There Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. 39 days till we do the big Outdoor Dan Radio League draft. Another season of Andrew and Chris DePerna going down. That's right. It's going to be amazing. Our guest is Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. He is our turkey biologist, and we're talking turkeys. You're a clown. Not you, Jim. They're calling me that on the messenger.
I've been called worse.
Yeah, I would never call you that, buddy. You know, I've got nothing.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing but reverence and respect for you, bud. So I get so many calls or emails a year. Dan, how do you age a turkey? I shot this big tom. Is it a 2-year-old, 3-year-old? Is spur length, the beard? Let's just talk about the spurs for a minute. Spurs are made out. It's a keratin protein, right?
Well, the covering is.
Yeah.
The actual spur itself is a bone that derives from the leg bone itself, but it's covered in keratin, which would be like fingernail type material on the outside.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's over an inch, you can say it's over 2 years old. Is that if it's an inch and 3/8, can you really tell how old that bird is?
No, you can't. And in reality, you can't tell age hardly at all from spurs, other than we throw it into some general categories.
Yeah.
So if in Iowa, in most states, from our research that we've done over the years, we look at general growth patterns. And the first 3 years are fairly consistent. Not always consistent, but fairly consistent. And so when you start talking about a spur length that's over 3/4 of an inch to an inch, you're looking at a 3-year-old bird. And then anything past that, you start talking about those straight spurs and the curved spurs and the limb hangers. We really don't have a great way of knowing how old that bird is. We just know that it's 3+ years old.
Yeah. Well, and I've always heard too that an older bird could have an inch spurs, but a lot of that's because they fight a lot. Is that true?
Well, typically the older they get, kind of like rooster chickens, the older they get, actually the sharper that spur gets. And it tends to start to curve over time because it is continuously growing bone material. But they're not going to wear it down because, again, it's bone and it's covered in that keratin layer. But there is a lot of genetics involved. You can find different turkeys in different parts of the state or the country where spur length is different genetically. And I always refer back to my times when I would hunt in Missouri. We used to hunt a farm that there were turkeys that didn't have spurs, male turkeys that didn't have spurs.
Wow.
You'd shoot nice mature gobblers, with big 10.5-inch beards and no spurs. And so that's not that they wore them down. It's just genetically they didn't have a spur gene that allowed it to grow.
Yeah.
But in general, that's an anomaly. So we just tend to look at the first, second, and third year growth. And that captures most of the turkeys. Turkeys don't live to be long-lived birds. So anybody that shoots, a limb hanger. That's why they're revered in mythology. Really, is that to shoot a limb hanger bird is typically a pretty old bird. He's seen a lot of activity, and he tends to be wise. And he'd be equivalent to the 200-inch buck in Iowa.
Yeah, absolutely. Bob Wright, good morning, buddy. Michael Cheney, good morning. Jeremy Lee, good morning. I'm going to talk about you in a minute here. Getting ready for fireworks tonight at camp. Have fun. My first bird had 1 3/4 inch spurs. He was going to cut that bird up until Todd Rupert said, "What are you doing? That's a trophy bird."
Yeah, well, if it's your first bird, you don't know. You just assume they're all that long, right?
Well, you got to know my buddy Chris. Yeah, he just.
Well, and you don't eat spurs.
Well, I get that, but I mean, it's like that's like a once in a lifetime bird.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how he hunts out there in Pennsylvania, and I doubt if he ever bests that bird.
No, and I've got several of those stories myself, and including one is I took a first time gentleman out hunting one time. I've been hunting a bird for several years. I'm sure it was the same bird, roosted the same area all the time, and he'd always beat me. And I thought, well, all else fails, this guy will get a good show. And we took him out, and lo and behold, the bird walked right in. And he shot him. He was like, "That was fun." And I'm like, "You don't understand. I've been hunting that bird for 4 years,
Yeah,
and it just had tremendous spurs." I'm like, "You'll never shoot a turkey with spurs bigger than that in your life, guaranteed."
Yeah. Chris
Couldn't understand it.
Yeah, well, that's hunting. Chris is on me. Got one on me. I still haven't tagged one out in Pennsylvania. I had that one. Man, he turned right as I shot. My arrow went right down his right side. Jimmy.
Yeah.
That.
Well, you do that handicap hunting where you've got that bow and arrow with you instead.
Oh, he should have been dead. If I wasn't filming, he would have been dead. It's just he was.
Yeah.
He was sitting on the decoy looking straight away, and I hate that back shot. I just hate it. If I was gun hunting, it was over. But
Sure.
but he was a nice bird, man. He had big spurs on him.
And there's nice birds out there. Don't get me wrong. There's birds that'll live 5 and 6 years. It's kind of fun, with the resurgence of turkey research in the country.
Yeah.
We're tagging more birds, and of course, when you leg band birds, you get age data on those birds. And I know Texas has seen some birds in the 8-9 age range, and we've got a few birds here in Iowa that have come back at 4 years already because we started tagging 4 or 5 years ago. So there's those few birds that squeak through that live to be longer age wise than most others, but especially for the hens, if you're a 4-year-old hen, you're pretty old.
Yeah. Yeah, if he would have just popped his tail and when he was in strut, he kept putting his tail down on me, his fan.
Yeah.
If he would have left his fan up, I could have done the old Texas heart shot. That but he just didn't give me that opportunity.
Yeah. And that's the challenge of bow hunting right there, is getting everything lined up just right.
Yeah.
And, you're trying to film it on top of that, and that adds another layer of complexity to it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, buddy. Well, what do you think? What do you think our pheasants and quail's going to look like?
We had it for pheasants and quail. Really, the determiner is winter, and we look pretty heavily at our winter snow cover. There's a pretty good correlation with carryover between snow depth and spring nesting, and so it looks like it's going to be pretty good, at least above average, because we had less snow this winter across the state. And again, you have to look at Iowa's a big state, so it's not going to be the same, everywhere. But right now, we're looking at it should be pretty good. I haven't seen any pheasant broods yet when I've been out and about. I've seen a few quail moving around. So we'll really get the count here in another month in August when those birds come out. These nice dewy mornings really help. It pushes them out into the roads. It pushes them up on the hay bales and the places where they're visibly able to be seen. And I can tell you, boy, I hope our rabbit count reflects what I'm seeing, because there's a lot of rabbits out there.
Yeah, we got rabbits there. Michael wants to know, how often do turkeys tear off a spur?
They shouldn't tear it off, again, because it's bone. So it would be the equivalent of breaking a leg. If that spur gets caught on something, it could break, but it would be very damaging, probably to the bird itself. So they could tear the covering off because that keratin is soft,
right?
But it'll grow back over top of it. So it would be pretty rare for that to happen.
Okay. That works for me. All right. Any fall turkey hunting? Yeah. So what's that? What October 1st?
Well, for your bow hunters, and then I think it's around the 10th for the gun hunters. So the bow hunters start in the same time that the deer hunting starts. And then I will always put my plug in that, if you love turkey hunting, especially the spring, you need to be out squirrel hunting in the fall. A lot of similarities, especially for youth, between learning how to sit still and move through the woods quietly between squirrels and turkeys. And we know there's a lot more squirrels out there, so there's a lot of opportunities.
I had somebody tell me I was talking about squirrel, acorns, watching turkeys, and this guy says turkeys don't eat acorns, and I said, yeah, they do.
Everything eats acorns.
Yeah, I said, I don't know how many times I've seen turkeys scratching at acorns and stuff. Haven't you, Jimmy?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a candy for them out there, and especially the white oak acorns. Usually come on first and fall early. And if you're an outdoors person, it's kind of fun because in the last 10 days the acorns have really grown. They went from just little buds on the trees you can see to I'm seeing acorns that are probably a third grown already. So we've had a tremendous berry year this year. Great raspberries. I'm seeing good blackberries, and I'm assuming that that's going to equate to probably a pretty good white oak acorn crop as well.
Yeah. Michael said the last bird he had hanging off the leg, he had one leg hanging off the leg, just hanging on by the skin, the spur.
Really?
Huh.
That's interesting. Yeah, something pretty traumatic happened to that bird.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you too. How many predation? I was reading the other day that owls will actually take poults and stuff off the tree at night when they're roosted. Does that happen a lot?
Well, not a lot. That the biggest survival technique for turkeys is roosting, is digging up off the ground. But owls and other predators, hawks and things will get poults because again poults are small and vulnerable, and that's why the mothers do such a good job of protecting them. And in turkeys right now, you're starting to see what we call gang brooding.
Yeah.
So you're going to see multiple hens that are successful coming together. And that equates back to our survey. We ask people to report, did you see a hen with poults or a hen without poults? That helps us look at success rates. But as those hens start to gang brood, that's more eyes, more maturity that's out there protecting them from predators. And the flock that I saw the other day was 3 hens with 10 poults. And, one reason there's 10 poults is because there's 6 eyes watching out for them.
Yeah.
So, predators are always looking for that easy game, and we all grew up knowing, they go after the young and the old.
Yeah.
Because those tend to be the most vulnerable in the population.
Absolutely. Jim, if someone wants more information on turkeys and other fun stuff, what's the best resource for them?
Yeah, always go to our website. That's the great way to get a hold of us, or you can call me directly at my office, and that number's listed as well on the webpage.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good weekend.
You bet. Take care. Stay cool, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, Jim. There he goes. What a great guy. Our buddy Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Kool-Aid Archery's got a big Christmas deal going on this month. Christmas in July. Oak Creek Archery Chris, he's got Kool-Aid Archery shafts in his shop. He's got some new Mossy Oak Bottomlands coming too. Christmas, just go to KoolAidArchery.com. They got tons of live specials going on and giveaways. And that's what I'm shooting. I'm shooting the 4mm in. Hey Wheezy, where's your Infeezys? I'm shooting the Infeezys. I know it's a different name, but it's an African hunting shaft. No, well, that's the name anyway. But man, those things are those things. I got a 166 Flex Fletch lit knock in that thing, and I got my Flex Fletch Pro 2.5 vanes on there. And I was out at Archery Field and Sports with Mark, sighting in my 1-pin movable on my Gearhead Pivot Carbon 24. That's going to be my deer hunting setup this year. And I was sitting there shooting them at 50 yards, man. Them things were just right there. I cannot wait to get out there. And I got something to show you here in a little bit. New broadheads. Ding, ding, ding. But I'll tell you about that. But go check out KoolAidArchery.com. 7:33. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
When it comes to our beloved dogs, we crave the finest nourishment.
I have to go out and get. I'll be right back. I gotta left them in the truck.
Come on.
I know. I'm losing. I told you. I only got 2 hours late.
A veteran-owned company
Excuses.
Proudly produces treats made in the USA, using only high-quality, USA-sourced chicken, turkey, and beef. Choosing quality treats like Patriot Paws yields significant benefits. These treats, free from antibiotics and hormones, and containing less than 2% salt, support optimal canine health. Stringent cooking standards ensure safety and quality, giving you peace of mind. Patriot Paws are more than just delicious. They are a testament to quality. By choosing Patriot Paws, you also contribute to vital nonprofit programs, supporting veterans, first responders, and shelter dogs. Find Patriot Paws at your local store or visit thepatriotpaws.com to purchase a bag today.
Firearm enthusiasts love modern Spartan Systems carbon and copper lead destroyer cleaners and lubricants. They effectively clean and boost firearm performance, cutting friction by 90%. This green system keeps you on target. Anglers, try Pasai Slick Reel Grease for longer casts and smoother retrieves. For vehicles, boats, and all motors, consider modern Spartan Systems TVT Green Engine Oil Additive. Tests by top engineers show a significant 5 to 15% better mileage, doubled oil life, and a quieter, cooler engine. Get the advantage on the water or in the field with modern Spartan Systems proven cleaners, lubricants, and oil additives. Find them at modernspartansystems.com or on social media. Modern Spartan Systems, American-made, safe, green, and tested for optimal performance.
Love the outdoors? Carbon TV brings it all to you. From adrenaline-pumping hunts and epic fishing trips to wild game cooking, survival, live cams, and more. It's the #1 streaming platform for outdoor content, and it's 100% free. Watch full episodes, short films, and podcasts straight from your browser, TV, or smart device. Real outdoor adventure, zero subscription. Watch anytime, anywhere, always free.
I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm losing my mind. I swear I brought them in here. There they are. They were in my briefcase. I'm losing it.
Born from the trusted Mamba arrows, Kool-Aid delivers exceptional performance at an affordable price for archers nationwide. Experience incredible grain-for-grain speed and penetration on the 3D course or in the field, with all the spine and diameter choices you need for target or hunting season. Kool-Aid shafts feature
all my crossbow guys. Look at that.
Maximizing speed and penetration similar to a rifle barrel. Plus, the quality is unbeatable for the price.
Isn't that neat?
Arrows come fletched with flex vanes for superior accuracy.
And they got aluminum.
So, for your next tournament or adventure, ask for Kool-Aid.
I know, man. I'm losing it.
Nearest dealer, or check them out online at KUHLE.
There's a titanium crossbow. Caperna, you seeing this?
Where innovation meets passion.
You gotta dip your chicken strips.
And here's, I shot these, man. These things rock. This is 100 grain titanium.
Chick-fil-A chicken strips.
With all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that
Mark was down,
if
Archery Field Sports was out there testing them.
The chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
You know it, Bob. Morning, Gary. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. What a great time interview, whatever you want to say, we had with Jim over there. He always does a great job at the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, doesn't he, Andrew?
Sure does.
Yeah, he does a good job. So my buddies that were the original innovators of Rage broadheads have come out. Their what do you call it? Non-compete has expired last year. And I think it was whatever. I don't know when it expired or whatever, but they, they did such a good job inventing Rage broadheads that they wanted to get back and redesign the broadheads. And they launched a new company. This is launching as we speak. It's called Speed Broadheads. I'm showing these up on the live screen right now. But I'm just telling you right now, they have made this one of the most reactive broadheads I've ever seen in my life. Now, Joel Maxfield, who works at Matthews, Joel is somebody I've known for 36 years. And Joel doesn't pull any punches. He doesn't get paid to promote anything. He's when he gives an opinion, you can take that to the bank. And I listen, I got sponsors. But I won't take a sponsor partner on unless I test the product out, and I can in good conscience tell you, hey, you really need to look at these. These things work great. So I mean that's why we've been on the radio for 26 years. I mean, if I tell you it works, you can take that to take it to the bank. Andrew, not so much. Andrew,
Really?
well, the Andrew cam. I was just trying to get a reaction out of you instead of you over there yawning all the time. Good morning, Gary. I heard you guys lost power up in Minnesota, but anyway, these things you can get them in a chisel tip or the blade broadhead. So it's they call it a cross cut tip, increased cutting with a 30.38 steel leading edge blade. It's this made with 7066 or 68 aluminum ferrule, strongest aluminum on the market. It's surgically sharp. These things fly like a dart. I mean, they really work well. They've got a 2-inch cut on them, so they make them for crossbows and vertical bows. And like I said, there's several different styles or grades. You can do the cross-cut aluminum. You can do titanium. They've got a steel one if you want to shoot a really heavy, really 125 steel, grain steel crossbow bolt broadhead. That's going to be the one you're going to want. So I know that these are going to be showing up at shops near you. Go check them out, and we'll be giving some of those away here soon. But I just got that deal done last week. But that's been in the works for over a year. I had to keep mum about it. So I wish, and I didn't get to hunt with him yet. I can't wait to go throw a broadhead and tag a game out. But like I said, Joel shot all his game last year with them, and he absolutely flat out loved them. So there you go. How about that, Andrew? How about that?
Amen.
Yeah. Nothing on there. Tony Casey, how you doing, buddy? I didn't see you on here. Where's our buddy Todd Rupert at? The root machine. The roop is on fire. All right, I told you about that. I told Modern Spartan Systems. Don't forget to get the gun cleaning kit and get the accuracy oil and the carbon blaster and the copper destroyer. That Modern Spartan Systems is amazing. We'll give away another one of those next week. So how about that? I did not get out. Jenny, I've been running Jenny to the doctor. She had to go to a couple different doctor's appointments this week, and I had to help her with that. But hopefully I'll get out. Tacticam. I do not have the new Tacticam Ultra. I'm going to be running my X Pros and my some of my older Tacticams. I got one. I can't remember what's the name of it with the dual antenna. What's the name of that? You remember, Andrew?
I do, but I don't.
You do. You don't remember that.
You mentioned it enough, but I can't remember.
That is one of my favorite cameras. Tacticam.
Spelling's hard, Dan.
Cam.
Spelling's hard.
Dual.
How you spell dual?
Antenna, huh?
How you spell dual?
DUAL. Antenna. Tacticam. And it's not going to show me. Gosh darn it. Here we go. The Pro 3 3.0. The Pro 3.0 with the dual antennas. That's got the built-in solar panel. That is one of my favorite cameras. Now that's an older model, but that thing, I get signal on that thing pretty much anywhere. And it's nice because it's got a built-in solar charger on it. So I'm going to definitely get that out. And then I've got some different solar panel packs for my newer cameras. But I'm telling you, if you get a lithium pack on there and you get or a solar pack, the one with the solar panel, and just that lithium pack, you don't have to worry about any batteries. I'm getting 3 to 4 or 5 months, depending on the spot, where I don't have to go and put batteries in. and they work great, man. Even in colder weather, they extend your runtime on your cameras. Gearhead anniversary weekend is July 19th. I'll be up at the factory in Madison. Come on up and say hi. Skippy's going to have barbecue. He's going to have music. He's going to have giveaways. They're going to have new bow reveals, so you'll be able to get on some of the new stuff coming out. And I'm sure he's going to have special deals going on. But yeah, go check it out. Madison, Wisconsin, July 19th. He's on Ronald Reagan Drive. And I'll be up there for a few hours doing that. So,
by the way, I would love to be on Ronald Reagan Drive.
Wouldn't you love to live on Ronald Reagan
Drive?
Drive?
That'd be the best thing. You could put that on any postcard, family, but also put your Ronald Reagan Drive up there. Amen.
Yeah.
Red, white America.
Dan, will you hold? I will. Perry, hang on. I can get him out again. Perry wants me to hold the broadhead up again, real quick. I hear this is. This is the one I'm probably gonna shoot right here. I'm gonna probably shoot the 100 grain cross-cut aluminum. Is that the one I got? Yeah. The 100 grain. I'm either going to shoot this or the titanium, Perry. But there you go. That's what it looks like when it's out of the package. That's when it's folded up. Now, they also told me that these broadheads have the least amount of resistance on opening than any other broadhead on the market that they've tested. So, it's got an external engineering piston that when you shoot your crossbow bolt or your arrow, it actually makes the blades go tighter into the ferrule, and when it doesn't open until it impacts that animal. Blades lock tighter as speed increases, can't open in flight. How about that? And there's no collars, no bands. So go get them, Perry. Send me a picture when you get them. So hopefully I'll get some to give away here in a couple weeks. Hey, speaking of giveaways, let's do trivia. I'm going to give away a bottle of Sin Elimination Spray. You need to have this when you go out and put your cameras, or you could save it for hunting season. I don't care. But from here on until hunting season, I'm giving nothing but deer stuff away to get you ready for the upcoming bow and hunting season. So 244-1350, you get a whole bottle of brand new Sin Elimination Spray. 244. All you got to do is call up and say, Andrew, you stink.
No, if you say that, I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Say Andrew, or you could say Dan stinks. See who says what. Yeah. 244-1350, 244-1350, and it's yours, and it'll be here for the station. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Wow. Right.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of bear.
I can't believe I had those broadheads and I couldn't find them.
Because your feet got cold or uncomfortable. Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will wick away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks.
There you go. That's what we're giving away. It's dirt. You can have dirt or regular. I use the regular on my decoy, okay? And then I use the dirt on me and my pack and my camera bag. The reason I use the regular on the deer decoy because I don't want it smelling like dirt. I want it just to smell like a deer.
Try a pair of Norlander socks. Pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat. One of the best adventures you can go on is a northern Minnesota black bear hunt. Hey everybody, it's Outdoors Dan. Have you ever been bear hunting? Well, let me tell you, when you go bear hunting, it's an experience where you might encounter not only just bears, but fishers, huge whitetails, wolves, and even maybe a moose. One of the best places I know to go on a bear hunt is Bear River Guide Service in northern Minnesota. Gary Peck has been helping hunters experience heart-pounding bear hunts now for well over 24 years. Gary knows northern Minnesota is some of the biggest bears in the country, and it's amazing how quiet they can sneak into your stand. 1 second, you're looking at a big bunch of ferns and trees. The next thing you know,
what's everybody doing today?
Black bear getting your heart jumping a few beats. I've shot several big bears with Gary and his family over the years, and it's one spot
I got some trimming to do at the house, and then I'm going through all my deer hunting stuff this weekend. Getting all my stuff. I need to have a garage sale. I really do. I need to have a garage sale and get rid of some stuff because I won't use it anymore.
When you're heading up to northern Minnesota on your next fishing
Maybe I could
adventure,
talk to Mark at
make
Archery
sure you
Field and
stop by
Sports and maybe do a garage sale at his place. I'll have to talk to him about that.
Tackle is conveniently located at
I got-
361 Main
I got so
Street,
much
right
crud at
away to
home.
Lake Winnie, and all the lakes you'll fish in northern Minnesota. Sean and his
It's
crew
not
have
crud. It's
lively
good stuff. I
estates
just
ready for you to use,
I'm not working with
including
some of these people anymore, and I won't. It's just silly to have it. So,
their bait is delivered
but I don't want
every day.
and I don't want to give it away on the air because I don't want to promote it.
Carries everything you need to get you on the water and ready to
Ixnay
fish,
on the
including
promote
the
A.
latest rods, reels, terminal tackle, and snacks for your trip. Fred's also has spearing decoys. Big suckers perfect for spearing season in the
Holiday
winter.
is over. Back to work, Jeremy says. Good morning, Dale. Nate, do we still pick up prizes at the station? Nate, yeah, you can still pick up prizes at the station, Nate.
Ask them, where are the fish biting? Sean and everyone at
Bowling
Fred's
my
Live
path
Bait
around the
Tackle
timber
and Lubricant
today.
Trading Post will get you on the fish
Hank says
track.
I will show up. I'll have to talk to the Wagner about that one, Hank.
For an easier way to haul your gear for your outdoor.
Matt says he's got to work this weekend.
Compass Carts. Compass Carts offers a unique and durable system for all of your outdoor needs. Compass Carts works with your e-bikes for easy loading of your game gear or what you need to go camp, tailgates, or to the project site. They offer several hitch options so you can use your ATV or your side-by-side as well. Compass Carts have great suspensions that hold up to big payloads.
I love it when you say "uh-oh" in the middle of a broadcast. You know,
while holding up to the
that's
harshest terrains
exactly
with
what
no
your
flaps.
producer loves
They
to
also
hear.
convert to a carrier for your bike or gear by simply loading to your vehicle hitch with ease. So no more struggling to get your deer, elk, or other game and gear back. Just load it on your Compass Cart and you're on your way. For more information, check them out, compasscarts.com, or find a dealer near you.
We love our pets and want the best care for them when injuries occur. Vezzer Care offers natural solutions for both dogs and horses, providing gentle yet
Hey, did anybody
effective
listen to Southeastern Bow Hunter yesterday? That new show we got on the app?
and finish honey for powerful
That was pretty good.
antimicrobial.
Eric does a good job. That's going to be on every Friday if you missed it.
Not only
New
accelerates
bow hunting
healing,
show
but
for you to
also
listen to.
supports your pet's skin's natural
Only on the
defenses
app.
with its low pH level, promoting a healthy
And I've got a
skin
couple
barrier.
more coming
Whether
on
your
here in
pet
about
has
a month.
cut, skin irritation, or needs protection from pests like flies and mosquitoes.
I think it's neat
Vezzer
we're
Care
adding new
has a
shows
product
every
to help.
couple
Their
months.
treatment cream and spray effectively repel these irritating insects. For exceptional
Might have to
pet
go to
care,
4 to 5
explore
shows a
Vezzer
week, a
Care's
day
full range of
here pretty
products
soon.
and find them at your local
I've been trying to
veterinarian
run 3 to
or
4, but
online at vezzercare.com.
we add another
Give
4 or
your
5
beloved
shows. I'm going to
animals
go to
the natural
4.
care they deserve with Vezzer Care, ensuring their comfort and well-being. Find them at your local veterinarian or online at vezzercare.com.
Turkey season is a passion shared by hunters, and it's fast approaching all across this nation. When it's time to start cutting, yelping, and clucking and purring at those boss toms, don't you want to have a call to run that you have confidence in? You bet you do, and that's why you need to check out Rupert's Roost and Peace
Rupert's
Turkey
Roost
Calls.
and Peace
Todd
Turkey
Rupert
Calls.
is a master turkey call maker from Pennsylvania that is so passionate about chasing toms. He started building handcrafted calls in 2016, so he knew he could make the right call.
Hey, at the booth at the Iowa Deer Classic. Bye, Hank. Have a good weekend, buddy. Tell every at the Iowa Deer Classic at the booth, we're going to be doing a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey package. He's going to be right next to me, his booth, and I've already got a full body DSD turkey Tom Strutter for somebody to win next year. How about that? We're going to give away a turkey hunt and that Strutter decoy. How about that?
Roost in peace.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, I was just telling everybody during the break that I already got stuff worked out for the Iowa Deer Classic next year at our booth. Mr. Todd Rupert and all the gang, the crew, the Rupee crew, they're right next to me in their booth as well. But we're going to be giving away. DSD sent me a full Tom turkey decoy to give away next March, and we'll give away. I think Donovan said he's going to donate a turkey hunt. I got to make sure he's up for that, but we're going to have that's going to be our big giveaway. I'll have a game high turkey vest in there, and then Todd will throw some Rupert's turkey calls, Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls. So there you go. We got a big deal for the Iowa Deer Classic already. How about that? And I'm still working on our buddy Todd from Compass Carts to do a compass cart giveaway too at the show. So that's going to be big time there too. Donovan loved that thing so much he bought one right at the show this year. He was impressed. All right. Iowa Scholastic Action Program crowns youth rifle and pistol champions. The broadheads to look top notch. I'm definitely going to try them. Pete, you will love them. They fly great. I was downstairs shooting them, buddy. And then Mark over at Archery Field and Sports was testing them out too. If Mark actually goes out and tests them, you know he liked them. So, my little buddy Mark. Match was on June 28th and 29th at Alston Shooting Range near Polk City, where more than 55 athletes from grade school through high school competed. Lucas Riesing from Carroll Action Sports was the high overall rimfire pistol iron shooter with a time of 43.93 seconds. Gwen Weekle from Steel Shooters of Traer. What is that, Andrew? Traer? Won the ladies high all over rimfire pistol iron with a time of 55.38 seconds to complete all 4 stages. Michael Hudnut from Montezuma Shooting Sports won the pistol caliber carbine with 32.9 with a 1911 model of time of 48.86 and a centerfire pistol of a time of 53.47 seconds. Courtney Snyder of Carroll Action Shooting Sports was the high overall rifle shooter with a time of 34.72. Gwen Weekle from Steel Shooters was the top ladies optics rifle shooter with a time of 37.93 seconds. And the men's iron rifle competition was run by Quentin Polkin from the Carroll Action Shooting Sports with a time of 37.99 seconds. Gwen from Traer won again with a ladies iron rifle shooter of a time of 41.89 seconds. Congratulations to all the kiddies. That's awesome. How about that?
Yeah.
The Scholastics Action Shooting Program combines precision and speed as consistent. Shoot a series of 5 different targets in 4 stages for a time score. Athletes compete with rimfire pistol, rimfire rifle, centerfire pistol, and pistol caliber carbines. Go get them, kids. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary to us. 4 years this year on the Outdoor Call Radio app and network. 4 years. Now, if you have not downloaded the app yet, I encourage you to do so because I'm giving away a $900 or more package to someone that's never emailed me with a screenshot of a show playing on the app. So if it was me and you haven't downloaded the app yet, if you got an Android or an iPhone, I would go do it at your app store and then listen Monday through Friday and just send me a screenshot of a show playing and I'll put you in the drawing because I'll know if you've never emailed me before. I keep all the emails. So there you go. And you could win an ozonics generator and a whole bunch of other stuff just for listening. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere on 1350 ESPN. I'll look at that, man. Hi, Hoyt. How you doing, bud?
If you're an archer, you know how important the feel and performance of a bow is on your ability to send that arrow to where it needs to go. Not all bows are made the same, and that's especially true when it comes to Gearhead. Gearhead bows are made in the USA and feature models that are compact, quiet, and lightweight. These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the tree stand or the ground blind. If you're a saddle hunter, Gearhead is definitely a bow you need to check out. Gearhead bows are engineered to be ahead of the game on the newest tech available out there. Gearhead shoots for 100% customer satisfaction every day. They are constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows quiet, deadly accurate, and affordable.
Andrew looks so excited
So
over there, doesn't he?
next hunting partner, head over to your nearest dealer like Archery Field and Sports in
Yeah.
Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.
Andrew paid his football dues today. I took it out of his pay.
Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead.
Yeah,
Shop
him and
online
Nathan
at
are paid up.
gearheadarchery.com or locally at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before
I can't
sunrise,
believe
so
Chris
you can stay
DePerna was paid
undetected
up
from that
before
giant
Andrew.
you've been chasing all season.
That's great.
Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly
Huh?
where your stand or blind location
Yeah.
is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard
Miracles
of Onyx?
happen.
Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting
Andrew's
equipment
rolling
you
in the
can
money.
use
He's
and
got a
always
baseball
have with you.
show. He's
The
a
Onyx
full-time
lineup allows you
teacher.
not only to get from your truck to
He's
your
doing
hunting spots,
tutoring.
it also allows you to mark and save parking spots, scrapes,
He's rolling in it.
spots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx
Hey,
Hunt
you
app
just
is
got
also a great way to see
$6,000
your
in
property and
child
know where
credits.
you stand.
You realize that?
Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's
They just signed
recognized
it.
by game
You got
wardens all around the country
$2,200
as
per
a
kid.
valuable hunting tool.
He's got a
So, if
herd.
you want to always know where you are
Have a
and have the
baseball
ability
teams
to
that don't
save
start
information
now,
that will
right?
help you be a better hunter,
You got
go
$6 grand
download
worth
the
of tax
Onyx Hunt
credits
app
coming,
at
man.
your app store
You should be
today.
you
Have
should
you
be
ever
a
been
happy
out hunting
camper.
and starting to do the hard work of breaking down that game you just tagged, only to have your knife fail after you just tried to take the hide off to quarter the animal? Well, let me tell you about a knife that
Andrew,
never
this
let that happen to you.
has stellar concentration.
The go-to outdoor
Yeah,
knife in the
okay.
industry. Hey, it's
The
Outdoors Dan. I want
mongoose.
to tell you about the most functional set of outdoor knives I came across in a while. Weeby knives. Have trouble keeping an edge on a knife?
Not gonna
Go
stop
check
me.
out WeebyKnives.com. Replaceable scalpel blades that make sure you always
How do you
have a
ignore
sharp
Dan?
knife in the field.
Concentration.
I have a Weeby knife in my tackle box and my backpack. That way, I know I'm covered no matter what job
All I
need to
know
do,
is
and it's gonna be
fantasy
done the right
football
way. From
coming
turkey hunting
soon.
to deer hunting,
Fantasy
trapping,
football is
and camping,
coming
Weeby
soon.
knives are my go-to in the field. Don't believe me?
Teachers are overpaid, you're saying? I never said that, Jeff.
Reach for Weeby knives. You heard me? Weeby knives, wicked sharp, my baby.
Now that's a knife. Get yours at WeebyKnives.com and tell them Outdoors Dan sent you.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Media Group station.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio.
Hour number
with
2.
Outdoors Dan on Des Moines sports leader, 1350 ESPN.
Yeah, hour number 2 brought to you by Gearhead Archery. See if he answers. We'll call him and see if we can get Skippy on here real quick. I was actually at Archery Field and Sports, and Eric came in. He had a brand new Gearhead bow. He was going to have Mark put some strings on. And then I got a message this week from Cody Monday. Cody Monday just ordered a Pivot 24 Gearhead. See, the Gearhead family's growing. That's right. I love my carbons, man. Secret listener contest of the week is Miss Jill Berry of Council Bluffs, Iowa. Jill Berry, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Jill, if you're listening, I got great news for you. You just won a Tacticam trail camera. Woo! A Tacticam trail camera XL. Yeah. Congratulations. I told everybody this was going to be a good one. Yeah, I got a little spinner on my computer with prizes. So now I put everybody that sends me a screenshot during the week, I put them 1 through whatever it is, and then I do a random spinner generator. I usually go about 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever number spits out, that's who wins. But I'm also doing that on the prizes now. So that way I don't it's a luck of the draw. Right. Going to get the league fired up this week, Pete says. That's our other league. There you go, Pete. Yeah. We need to get the leagues fantasy football, man. Fantasy football and chasing whitetails. That's keeps my sanity during the fall. Jill Berry. Jill was a first-time listener. She won on her first. She sent me 3 emails and she won. I think she only had 3, but she see, it does happen. Patrick O'Connor won last week. Patrick got him a High Mountain seasoning kit. How about that? And then there was a Work Sharp sharpener that went out to Stephen Fisk of Peoria, Illinois. I gave away 2 prizes last week. I'm waiting for Andrew. We got a guest on the line, and he's talking about the weather. Yeah.
Well, Dan, I'm just talking to him.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to have him on the radio. Yeah. Where he's not calling to talk to you about the weather. I tell you, the kid's been with me for 6 years.
Hey, and you should know that.
It's high.
That's a good way to introduce guests. They want to talk with you, have a good time.
Outdoors Dan show. This is Andrew. Hey, can we get you on the show? Thanks. Hang on, Dan. I'll be right with you.
This is
This is exactly what I'm talking about here. This is the danger on the show.
It's no danger. It's like he's taking notes, man. Hi, Skippy.
Oh my Lord! There he goes, Andrew. What a producer he is. Oh, I was talking to him this morning.
Yeah, he's producing. Yeah.
Anyway,
He-
all right.
So, what kind of barbecue are we having at the open house?
Oh, we're having pulled pork sandwiches. So my cousin, she's got this big industrial rotisserie type smoker. She can do like 24 smoke butts in a sitting. So
Yeah.
she's got everything prepared, and she makes some of the best pulled pork in the whole area. And so she's got that going on. Kristen's making monster cookies. I think Ellen's bringing some sugar cookies, a cotton candy machine, popcorn machine. Maybe even a slushie. We could bring a slushie machine. Last year we had a photo booth that was kind of so we probably won't do the photo booth this year. But just kind of just fun stuff. And of course you always got all the gearheads to shoot. But it's not about storytelling and just, hey, how was your season or what's going on this year? Hey, let me see that trail camera. Just stuff like that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we have some Bigfoot shirts and stuff coming out.
Yeah, there's some Bigfoot shirts there. It was a limited run, so like when they're gone, they're gone. We're not going to redo them, but we'll come out with some other stuff. We have like our staple shirts, but then Brady Connor, he's like, let's do some limited type stuff and sell them. And he's got one with Bigfoot carrying a gearhead bow and dragging a buck. So that's what gearhead does. And that's what Bigfoot does. He shoots gearhead and kills bucks.
You should do like a silhouette of a Bigfoot of the foot, like the pad of the foot, and then put the only bow Bigfoot fears, gearhead.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
Bigfoot approved.
Yeah,
Bigfoot approved. Yeah,
gearheads are so quiet, Bigfoot doesn't hear it coming.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Huh? How was your 4th of July, Dan?
It was a war zone, man. They didn't quit shooting fireworks off till after 2 last night.
Yeah. I fell asleep to the sounds of "And the Rockets regulate."
Hey, how does Gracie handle that? Raven it just destroys Raven, man. He's
doesn't affect her. She really could care less. She's just that chill. I mean, yeah, she's fine. Just like, hey, Dad.
Yeah,
celebrating over there.
Well, you're lucky because, man, I had to turn on music for him last night, and I got up a couple times and said, "Are you okay?" And he was shaking, and it just tears me up to see my baby.
Is he the same way with like thunder, like thunderstorms?
Yeah, and he wasn't that way when he was a puppy, so I don't know what happened, but he like a year and a half ago, because I used to, when he was a puppy, I would take him out and I'd shoot once in a while, and he'd care less, And the last year and a half, he don't like storms and he doesn't like fireworks.
Oh, is he still okay with gunshots?
Pardon me?
Is he still okay with you shooting a gun? Is he still okay with that?
He doesn't like that either. I went and sighted that 410. I took him with me to sight that shotgun in the spring, and he didn't like that either.
Huh?
Yeah, my poor puppy.
Your poor puppy, Raven.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that you never hit anything, and he just got disappointed. He's just like, you know what, this shooting thing's got to go. Dan never kills anything anyway.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's all right. I shot 4 nice things with my gearhead last year.
You did. You did.
Thank you. I got pictures and video to prove it.
Yeah, you're stacking them up, piling them up.
Yeah. Hey, Cody Monday, I got a message from him yesterday. He's buying a carbon, huh?
Yeah. He's getting a dip too. He's getting that fancy. We did a couple of them in that tiger stripe.
Really?
Yeah. So that's off to the dipper. They got to do that dipping. So I think he's coming up for the open house too, and I think he wants to take it home with him. So I gotta hump the hump here and get that one out. So.
What are you waving at?
I got fans now, Dan.
You got fans?
I got fans.
Oh my God. He's got fans. Skip?
Yeah.
It's
I know.
a fan.
Pretty soon it's gonna be called the Outdoor Call Radio Show with Andrew.
Hey, you know what? I asked Danny and Riley if when I pass, if they wanted to take the show and keep the business going. and stuff, and they'd have no interest. So if Andrew wants to take over the show and keep it running, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of change things up.
I think
Yeah.
I think he might have to shorten his name up to Andy or something like that, because it's like, here's Andy. You know, I think that's got more of like a power hit to it.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
It's the Outdoor Andy show on the Outdoor Call.
Only Skip. Only if you voice it though.
Oh, that would be fun. I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together. Let's give it up for here's Andy. It's like, all the fish are biting on Lake Wannafish, and you know, you kind of do stuff
Lake,
like that.
what'd you say? Lake Wannafish?
Yeah, Lake Wannafish. Heck a good fishing hole.
That's funny. Lake Wannafish.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that in 20-something years of doing this show. Lake Wannafish.
Well, it just popped into my head just now. It wasn't like I even thought to.
Yeah, see, Skippy doesn't like fishing. Skippy said fishing's for people that can't hunt.
No, they don't know how to hunt.
And don't know how to hunt. Okay. Whatever.
Be right, Dan.
Yeah, whatever.
Man.
Until we create that ultimate bow fishing bow, and then it'll be like, oh, well, bow fishing for fish that don't bite, you know, bam.
Did you see O'Nugent up there giving the Michigan DNR all sorts of heck?
I didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
he
try
was
to stay out of politics.
Yeah, well, that's not really politics. That he was up there. He was up there talking about the CWD and stuff. Boy, you know, I it'd be nice to have it where you had enough money where you really didn't care what you said. You know, wouldn't that be nice once?
Yeah. Well, you know, I was in the crosshairs for CWD here in Wisconsin. You know, so I was kind of. I'm still boycotting the DNR. I still don't hunt Wisconsin. I haven't hunted Wisconsin since 2001 because of CWD.
Yeah.
And, you know, people are like, oh, come on, Skip. It's, you know, you can. But the thing of it was, I went to all of their town halls. I listened to everything, you know, they wanted to say. They let people voice their opinion. At the end of the day, they weren't there to even care what the people said. They just gave us the middle finger, said, this is what we're going to do, you know. And it's just like, you know, why waste my time? You're going to do what you're going to do. You know, and it's just a money grab. When it comes down to it, it's just a money grab. There's still big deer here. There's actually bigger deer here now than when there was before. You know, it's just
yeah. I think our DNR with our biologists and stuff, they do care about what hunters' opinions are. I will say that. I just had Jim Coffey on the first hour, and you know when my buddy was still alive, Dale Gardner, when he was the DNR director. I mean, they really did care about, you know, what hunters thought. And I will always say that for the Iowa DNR. Now, they do make some decisions sometimes that I don't agree with, but that's with anything. You're never going to agree with everybody 100% of the time, Skip. So.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that the smartest people don't work for the DNR. They work private.
In Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can say Wisconsin. But, you know, I see a lot of. I saw a lot of the managers and stuff like that. When things went down, they ended up going and working for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and, you know, Mule Deer, and, you know, they just switched and they started working for more private companies.
Yeah.
Or organizations.
Yeah. It's all right.
But,
well, what are you and Gracie up for today?
We're trying to get the shop in order with that open house coming up. I got another part to set up on the CNC here today, and you know, just trying to keep it. Yesterday, I took the day off. I mean, all full disclosure, went up to my mother-in-law's in Door County and did yard work and cooked on the grill, and came back home yesterday afternoon. So.
Yeah. Yeah, see, if you would have been around when Willie Suki was alive, he was our deer biologist in Iowa. He passed away several years ago, but Willie was one of the reasons we had such a great deer herd in the 80s, 90s. I think he was there in the 80s, but he was there for a long time. But Willie Suki was one of the best deer biologists we ever had, and I really miss him. He died way too young. So
yeah. Like
you would have liked him because he was a Star Trek guy and he liked to rock.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, as hunters and all your listeners, as we go to the field and all that, I mean, ultimately, we are the biologists. We are the conservationists. We determine what we harvest, when we harvest it, and how we harvest it.
Yeah.
We are the tool that the DNR try to use to manage it. But we're the spirit
of the wild.
Oh my God, we're cocklocked ready to rock one time for the gut file. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, here I wish I could just take that thing and burn it, man. I tell you, I hate that liner.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I just wanted to call and say, hey, I didn't get a chance to. I got a message from you. I'll call you in a minute. Never heard from you.
I know. I had another call, and then I was going to sleep. And I was like, oh man, I forgot to call Dan back.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. All right, well, tell my turkey Bo I miss him.
All right. Well, it's here. It came home for a short period to get its weight changed. And
here's what I love about Skip. Everybody at Gearhead, I said, Skippy, can I please buy some limbs? I want to bump up the poundage on to a little bit more. He goes, well, I'll take care of it. I said, no, I'll pay for it. I'll take care of it. There is no other bow company on this planet that has as good a customer service that cares about their customers more than Skippy Peterson and his beautiful family at Gearhead Archery. And you can take that to the bank, folks.
Well, you can't afford to market like the big guys do, so we just do grassroots and just be nice to everybody.
Yep.
When the phone rings, you answer it, and everyone that calls you, that's the number one thing on their mind. So you try to help them as quickly as you can.
Yep. All right, you go have a wonderful weekend, and you let me know if you need something.
You as well. Take care, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Skippy. There he goes, Skippy P, my buddy. All right, I'll be back with fishing reports. And if you got questions, hey, I need a caller. All you got to do is call 244-1350. Because just make sure you can pick this up at the station. I've got you can have your choice of either the dirt cover spray or the regular scent elimination spray. All you got to do, 515-244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. This has got the activator on it, so this stuff will be good for a while. At least a year. If you don't want to, I would use it this year because it's always better to use it as it's fresh. I just got this stuff in. Just 244-1350, and just all you gotta do is say either Dan stinks or Andrew stinks. I want to see what's being said. I've got 2 bottles, so we'll take the first 2 callers. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Holy hole in a donut!
Oh, brother.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm.
I got the 1-1 in the draft.
Shot, to name a few.
I guess my buddy Howard's telling me I got to take Jamar Chase. I want to take Jefferson so bad.
White Lightning Estrus scent.
He goes, Dan, if you don't take Jamar Chase, I'm gonna whip you.
More than scents. It's a community of
he goes, you want to win? I said, yeah, I always want to win. He goes, take Jamar Chase as your 1-1.
Scents, hunting gear.
So I'm gonna have to do it.
Sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff.
My heart. I always love Justin Jefferson. I think that guy is such a heck of a. I love that guy.
If you love to hunt,
breaking my heart not to take
family today.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 4 years.
Can't wait to be in the deer blind or the the tree stand making football trades on my fantasy league. Sit out there and rattle for a few minutes. Hit the old grunt call. Wait, be quiet. Sit there, send a trade. Look up. See if... Last 2 seasons, I've shot some nice deer doing that because it keeps me in the tree all day.
Sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same.
I'll get a message from Andrew. Declined.
So everyone can enjoy their day.
I sent him a great trade. Declined. Or I'll call. Hey, did you see that trade I made you? Or I'll text him. Hey, look at that trade I sent you. Let's get on it. We need to make a trade.
Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
It's not every day.
Man, I already said no.
Hello, this is Dave, JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale.
We are a full-service gun shop that specializes
always send
in
him
helping
stellar
you find
trades
the right
too. I
firearm
mean,
for your needs.
stellar.
We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines.
That's the
From
secret to
self-defense
fantasy
shooting
football. If you
enthusiasts,
want to
as
make a
well as those
trade,
who like to hunt. We
send
have
a
recently
fair
expanded our store
trade.
to better serve your needs. We'll accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also
Wasn't
look
60.
at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even
That's why I'm in the Super Bowl or playoffs every
higher
year.
end guns to their collection. JLM also has
Yeah.
a full-time gunsmith on board.
It's
that can
luck.
help with all your gun
It's
repair
just
needs.
luck.
So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale.
Yeah, Devontae
Please stop
Adams
by
and Aaron
see us at
Rodgers hosed me last year.
6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577.
Well, Devontae was. Everybody kept saying Devontae. You wanted to get him. I hate Aaron Rodgers. See, that's my problem. I listen to people.
Students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your
I
passion?
got to quit listening to these people.
Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting.
Devontae Adams is going to be a target machine. You got to go. You got to go do what you got to do to get him, because Aaron Rodgers is going to make sure he gets the ball.
The shooting team.
Yeah,
That means
right.
Your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of 4 times national champion? Grandview Shooting Sports athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
It's getting hot.
I tend to do that.
Veins are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years. Silent Night vanes are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than vanes out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction of in-flight
Yeah,
drag.
the light would be nice if the light worked.
Also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after pass-through shots
It
on
used to
targets
work.
or games. This ensures
Yeah.
consistent arrow flight every
Well, I don't remember the sound, but it used to strobe when the phone went off. The strobe would go.
and styles for any archer to use in their setup, whether it's for 3D indoor or hunting.
That was probably what caused it to go out.
Vein for you. To see these great veins and adhesives like Zing or Flex Bond to get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch, go to your local dealer or flexfletch.com. Flex Fletch, proudly made in the USA, based out of Minnesota.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I need to get this scent elimination spray because I do not want to take it back home because I got like 30 bottles at home and I'm running out of space. So this is what I use when I go out hunting. It's good stuff. You can either have the dirt or the regular unscented scent elimination spray, but this will last you your whole deer season. All you got to do is call 244-1350, 244-1350. That's a 515 area code. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. And say, all you got to do is call Andrew and say, Andrew, you stink. Or Andrew, Dan stinks. I don't care which one. And if you want to come on the air and answer a trivia question and you get a trivia, did I just say trivia? I think I did. If you answer a trivia question, I'll give you both of them. That's like $50 right there.
That's insane.
That is insane. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350. You can do one or both. To do both, you got to answer a trivia question. Come on, let's get those phones cranking.
What a dope. What a maroon.
I would never say that about my listeners. I love my listeners. We got great listeners.
We do.
Yeah. They've been with us for over a decade. You know, you've been on the air for a long time when I have a 6'2" kid come up to me and say, "Hey, Mr. Young." Yeah. It's Dan, by the way. I just want you to know I've been listening to you since I was 5 years old with my dad, and we grew up listening to you. Boy, that's one of the nicest compliments, but talk about feeling old. Yeah. Well, thank you, sir. And they're bigger than you are now. Yeah. We used to love watching you on TV. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nobody messes up like you do.
You're the greatest teaching tool of all time.
Yeah, I learned more things on what not to do hunting watching your show, Dan. Thank you. Well, that's my job. Yeah, don't be like me. Tag out.
Hang out.
Come on, 244-1350. All you got to do is say, Andrew, you stink, or Dan, you stink. Let's get this stuff rolling. Just make sure you have one in the last 30 days. All right, and Advanced Family Dentistry, Dr. Scott, Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, Dr. Stewart, all those fine, beautiful people are there to take care of you at Advanced Family Dentistry, and they will do the best job on your cavities, cleanings, whatever you need. They're one of the best dental shops in town. As a matter of fact, they've been voted that I don't know how many times in Ankeny. And you'll see why when you walk through the door. Give them a holler. I could actually go there next week, I think. 515-964-1490. They're located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. You can check them out online anytime at ankenysmiles.com. And they are so nice when you leave. Dr. Scott, Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's a Jedi dentist because he uses the Force to calm me down when I get in there. He's going to say, may the floss be with you. Good folks over there. They do a good job. Let me do the fishing reports. It's brought to you by the fine folks at Trica Fishing, Fred's Live Bait, and Deer River. Hey, they got jumbo leeches. If you're heading up to the northern lakes in Minnesota, if you're going to Winnie, Red, you're going to Cass, Leech, Ball Club, wherever, stop by Fred's Bait and Deer River because that's the best place to get your bait. And tell them thanks for sponsoring the show. They've got spot tails, fatheads, rainbows, crappie minnows, leeches, crawlers, you name it, they got it. Good morning, Murph. Good morning, Austin. Good morning, Mountain Man. How you been, Mountain Man? I ain't talked to you in a while.
I'll have you marked down there, and
I have no idea what that is. Let me get rid of that.
Driver's license, and we'll have it waiting for you.
I don't want to see that.
Will do.
All right. Let's see. There we go. Mountain Man, what's up? Patrick, good morning, Patrick. Congrats on winning last week. Jim Holloway, love to see you and Jeremy teaming up. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. I'm excited about that. Let me do the fish. Did you get a winner?
Yes, we did.
What? Jerry?
Yeah.
All right. And what did they want? The dirt or the?
He said, I will go ahead and take anything. I'm not picky. He said, I'll take anyone that is left. He said, the dirt sounds good, but in the end, I'll go with anything.
All right, let's give that other one away. 244-1350. 244-1350. Just all you got to do is say, Andrew, you stink.
Or
Andrew, you stink. What did he say, Dan or Andrew?
I don't want to give.
He said Andrew. Yeah. There you go. I knew Andrew would pull it out. Andrew.
Andrew. I tell you what.
Yeah. So you better call up and say Dan stinks to even it out. Otherwise, he's going to pout.
Oh, sure.
244-1350.
There we go.
All right, Black Hawk Lake. Water levels are several inches over the crust and spillway. Crappie bites good. Gills are fair. Walleye are fair. Yellow perch are slow. Brushy Creek. Black crappie bites fair. Blues are good. Largemouth bass are fair. Walleye are fair. North Twin, what happened?
They hung up on me.
244-1350. All you got to do is call up and say, Andrew, you stink. Or Dan. But we all know.
Dan.
We all know what you want to say. Come on, you can do it, folks. Got to even it out. Got to take care of my little buddy.
Hey.
The Andrew Cam. He won't put the Andrew Cam on next week on the live stream if you don't call in. Did I do Brushy Creek? I think I did. I'll do it again. Crappie bites fair. Gills are fair. Bass are fair. Walleye are fair. North Twin Lake. Black bullhead bites good. The walleye are fair. Still catching them on twisters or crawlers or a minnow under a bobber. Yellow bass are fair. Lake Wapello, black crappie bites good. Gills are fair. Largemouth bass are fair. Spinner baits and plastics around cedar trees. Best bass bite right now. Rathbun, the black crappie bites fair. Walleye are fair. Wipers are fair. Red Hawk Lake, black crappie bites fair. Gills are fair. Largemouth bass are fair. Green Valley, the gills are fair. Bass are slow. Little River Watershed, gills are fair. Bass are fair. 3 Mile, no report. Why did I do that?
Can I get your
12 Mile, gills are fair. There you go. There's your fishing report for the week. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. What do you think? You like the Andrew Cam, everybody? You like the Andrew Cam? Give me a thumbs up if you like the Andrew Cam. See, I think it's nice because that way you can see what I have to deal with all the time. Yeah. I can't believe it. Andrew's been with me for 6 or 7 years now.
Is that Ankeny?
And you know what? It's one of the best feelings I've had, and I've had some really good people producing the show over the years, but it's nice to know that when Andrew isn't going to be in the chair, that I know the show's going to run smoothly. Things are going to get played. The calls are going to be answered. It's a great feeling. Austin says he's happy Andrew is in the chair. There you go, Austin.
416 Locust, right by the
Nate said he's on fire. Wow.
Yeah.
On fire.
Yeah. Yep. They'll just say we'll have your information all set, and then driver's license is all you need.
See, he's giving all the listener instruction on how to pick up the prize,
and he'll be able to rock it soon.
Yeah. See, he works. He does a good job sometimes. See, I got to keep him happy because we're getting in fantasy football season, and he's one of my trade partners. Yeah, if I need a running back, or if I need somebody on a bye week, hey Andrew, let's make out a trade here, buddy. I got a bye week situation here.
You do. And we're good.
Are we good? Everything gone? Who was that?
Randy Munson.
Randy Munson. The man who disappears more than Bigfoot.
The man, the myth, the legend,
Yeah.
Randy Munson.
You know, speaking of Randy Munson, Joe Smeltzer usually comes on this time of the show and does his Smoking Joe Smeltzer report at over there at the Rock at Carl Chevrolet. And he is gone this week again. So let me just tell you, at Carl Chevrolet, I can't do Yoda today. I'm too
You gotta
tired.
do something.
I can't do.
You gotta mix it up.
Hey, boo-boo, that's a mighty fine trade-in you got on there, Ranger Joe.
There you go.
Yogi, kick the tires, Yogi. Let's see what's in the basket. I don't know, boo-boo. I think Joe's got 4.9 financing. It's going to be a great trade. Hey, Ranger Smith, let's get this deal done.
All right.
Go see Smoking Joe when he's back in town at Carl Chevrolet, and don't leave unless you get a bug shield. You can't leave without getting a bug shield on your new deal, and just tell him Outdoors Dan sent you. You're going to be there for Brett, and everybody at Carl Chevrolet has always done great for me. And the service is great. The oil change people at the Quick Lane are awesome. Raven loves the Quick Lane people. We go in there, we just drive in. We don't even get out of the truck. We just sit in the bay, and they pet Raven when they're going around the truck. Raven's so happy. He loves them. You will love them too. It's your one-stop dealer shop, Carl Chevrolet on Orr Labor Road. All right, I need to take a change. We're going to have a big announcement when we come back. Don't go nowhere. You're not going to want to miss this one. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Squirrel. Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives. including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Worksharp Knife and Tool Sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Worksharp Knife and Tool Sharpener is assembled in
So
the
we got
USA
both trivia
by
deal
a
done.
family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife,
next week I got some grunt calls coming from Todd. So as soon as we get we'll probably do a couple grunt calls. In August, late August, I'm gonna give away some Itasca boots, hunting boots, some Norlander socks. I've got some $25 gift cards to Game Hide to give away. We got some good deer hunting stuff coming up, folks. Weeby knives. Weeby knives. We like Weeby knives.
They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with a new
Worksharp sharpeners.
that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the Tacticam cameras feature.
Let's do this. I'm gonna give away a Worksharp electric Worksharp sharpener next week for the secret listener contest. Don't let me forget that, Andrew.
Other cameras in its class. The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more.
It's like $29, $30 a piece.
So when you're ready to record
It's
your
not
next
cheap.
hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take
$29. Just put $29 a piece.
You'll be able to relive your trips like never before. Tacticam.com for more info.
Yeah, not cheap at all.
Hard dogs
It
are
works.
part of the family, and we
Morning,
want
Roger.
at all times. Do you live in an area that you
Today's the
want to keep
5th.
open
Yesterday was the 4th.
have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet.
You know, we need to do grunt call karaoke. We haven't done that in a long time.
Keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user,
I still get people. I think people love grunt call karaoke.
enjoy their playtime
Yeah.
and stay safe at the same time.
We usually do that around Christmas time though, because you can do Jingle Bells,
Keep your home looking
Silent
great.
Night.
515-975-2190.
It's easier to do Christmas songs with grunt call.
Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Let's talk about a story.
I don't have a
An
grunt call
Iowa
on me.
story
There was
about
a
dream that took several years to come
We
true.
need to
In
start doing
Osceola,
stupid
Iowa,
stuff again like
it's the
we used
story
to.
of Revelton Distilling Company.
It was
These
fun.
fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and
You know,
vodkas
I still think one of the best promotions we ever did. We did that diamond giveaway, which was good.
of how unique
But that
each
ugly
one
camper
was and how
contest,
each
man,
spirit tastes.
that was awesome. We
Every
gave away
sip,
that
from the
that
honey
old
whiskey
camper,
to
the old
whiskey and
camp at
cream,
the
or
Imperial
the
RV.
mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day.
That was a
Revelton
fun. That
Distillery
was
is
a
open
fun thing.
Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola.
CJ would be
Located
good
at
for that.
1400
Murph
West Clay
says.
Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery.
Yeah,
fine
CJ
spirits
the
are
DJ
also
Murph.
available at
He
your
would
local
be.
grocery and
Drunk call
other
karaoke.
retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
There you go, Murph. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. This segment brought to you by Herman's Fine Jewelers. Over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock, and some of the nicest people you would ever find at a jewelry store is waiting for you at 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines. Go see Frank and the gang. They have a great deal going over there. They've been helping people for almost 50 years at Herman's Fine Jewelers, and there's a reason for that, because they take care of everybody and they care about their customers. You can find diamonds and mountings in stock. You can do in-store jewelry repair. You can have custom jewelry options going on. You can really find a great gift for any special occasion, engagement, or whatever you need to help with on a jewelry line. They'll help you at Herman's Fine Jewelers. Give them a call, 222-2600, 222-2600, or just look them up on Facebook. They've been helping people for a long time. That's where when I need to make an impression or go somewhere for jewelry, I go to Herman's, and there's a reason why. It's because they are so nice and they'll treat you like family. Go check them out. Herman's Fine Jewelers. Big announcement on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Well, it's not horrifying.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Ooh, scoopy.
All right, here we go. I called Dave Jones, Jones Brothers Taxidermy. You know, I love Dave and Harv. They've been doing my mounts and stuff for years. Everything except maybe I think I've got maybe two things. Or I think Corey Carruthers did 2 of my turkeys or 3 of my turkeys on my Grand Slam. It was I can't remember. Either 2 or 3. I had another buddy of mine do one of my mounts a long time ago, but everything else that I've got mounted over in my shop has been done by Jones Brothers Taxidermy. Well, Dave's going to start reducing down to just doing a few mounts a year. So he's not going to be taking it. And I said, Dave, you know, I want to keep this going on the show for another 10 years if I can. I'd like to, if it's okay with you, I'd like to try to work with another taxidermist in addition to you, that you don't have that you think does really good work and that you would be happy with. He goes, I go, would you be okay with that? And do you have anybody in mind? And he goes, absolutely, I'm okay with it. And he goes, I want you to call Jeremy over at Jesse. Jeremy. I want you to call Jesse at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy in Knoxville, Iowa. And I said, really? He goes, yep. So I could, okay. So I said, really? He goes, yeah, I'm not. He goes, really? I go, okay. So I went in, I looked up Racks and Tracks on my, it is Jeremy. What the hell am I doing saying Jesse?
Oh, man.
I gotta, I'm half asleep. It's Jeremy. I was right the first time. See, even when I'm brain dead, I'm Jeremy Lee is the owner and operator. I gotta fix that on my script.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
It is clear as crystal. I had it wrong. Jeremy Lee.
Sir, wrong.
So we're gonna be promoting Jeremy at Racks and Tracks, and had a great conversation. Jeremy's been following me on Facebook for a long time. So when he told me who it was, I go, well, I think he's friends with me on Facebook. So just a super, super nice person. And whenever I get a deer done this year, I'm gonna take it over to Racks and Tracks, and I'm gonna at least have I'm gonna hunt Kansas and Iowa this year. So hopefully I get 2 nice deer. And I'll probably still take one to Dave, depending on how Dave's feeling. But we'd like to welcome Jeremy to the show, and we're going to be telling you everything about Jeremy and what they've got going on for deer season coming up in the next few weeks. Now, listen to this. Jeremy was so nice about everything. We're going to be giving away at least 1 deer mount this year, thanks to Jeremy at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy. We'll figure out how we're going to do that when we get closer to deer season. He goes, Dan, if you want to, we can give away a youth mount too. So we'll see how that goes. But that's how nice a guy he is. And I'm looking forward to do maybe if I get a nice big turkey, I can have Jeremy do a. Oh, you're welcome, Jeremy. Jeremy just said thank you on the messenger. And then, hey, Brant, good morning.
Did he say thank you for getting his name right?
Well, he put some laughing emojis when I said Jesse. Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy, I'll have that fixed, man. I remember my taxidermist's name. It's, yeah, that's it. I'll get it right, buddy. Anyway, Jeremy Lee, everybody. Racks and Tracks Taxidermy, Knoxville, Iowa. Go check them out. I'm going to go out and see the place the next week or the week after. I've been called worse, he says. Well, yeah. I don't know why I wrote Jesse on there. That's so stupid. What's wrong with me? I did. I wrote. I just marked it out.
What a dope.
I am.
What a maroon.
I'm a maroon. That's it. I have nothing left to talk about today. All right. I got open lines. If you want to call in and say hi, or if you got a question, I'd love to talk to you. We're going to have a lot of fun. Jeremy, we're going to have a lot of fun, buddy. We're going to have a lot of fun. 8:42 and some change. Let me take a real quick break, and when we come back, if you got a question or you want to call in and say hi, you can help me fill some time because I had a guest Bogat on me today from the 8 o'clock hour.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. You know, it was you had one little job to do. Just answer the phone and be on the show. But no.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I'm telling you, if I had the force, I would reach through that phone line and I would do the little Darth Vader. Yeah. How dare you bogart off my show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of bear.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not.
Jeremy,
notice
thanks,
a
buddy.
ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not.
Matter of
get
fact,
the
I'm going to
results.
change that right
Your
now.
doctor may or may not test you
I am
for
going to
Lyme
change
disease.
that
Your
as
test
we
may or may
speak.
not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Gamehide. Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Gamehide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit Gamehide.com.
There, all fixed,
When
Jeremy.
it comes to
All
graphic design,
fixed.
you want to work
All
with someone
fixed,
that can
buddy.
take your ideas and bring them to life. So when you need help promoting your business or special event, it's not always an easy choice. Have you heard about Boyd Creative Print Shop? They have over 30 years experience of helping customers like you put their ideas into action. Boyd
Yeah, I need to
Creative
give
Print
Andrew
Shop
a
can
call
help with
too. He was
custom
going to do a
graphic
shirt
design
design for me. Hey, Jim Holloway, how you doing, buddy?
patches and embroidered hats.
Jim Holloway says Jeremy's awesome.
Decals and stickers and vinyl wraps from boats to vehicles.
Steven, good morning, buddy. Good to see you.
Educate folks about your event or business while doing it with a creative look. Boyd Creative Print Shop has hundreds of excellent customer reviews and will provide the same level of service to you when you need them. For more information to get your design started, please call Chantel or Andrew at 515-478-5776. That's 515-478-5776. Or check them out online or on social media or at BoydCreativePrintShop.com.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the
Yeah,
field.
Fourth Arrow's got a big sale going on, by the way.
Durable and easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is
Everybody's going to start having big sales because we're getting time to start getting your stuff ready for deer season.
various wind directions.
Some people are going to start hunting at the end of next month. They're going out west.
Stiff Arm Pro and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod.
You ever steep and wonder just how many seasons you got left?
All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform.
Well, I hope I got more than 6 seasons left.
You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan
I'd like to.
field for great video action.
If you're into cooking wild
You know,
game,
I don't know.
you probably love to
I'm
transform
hoping I
your
can,
wild
as
game
long as I
into
can draw a
delicious
bow
meals or
back, or
great tasting snacks.
let's see, I'm
High Mountain
61.
Seasonings has
I'd love to get
everything you
another
need to
10 or
help you
15
make some of
seasons
the
in.
best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or
Just never
jerky
know
around.
until the man calls you home.
Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including
I got a
3
lot more
low-sodium
seasons
blends
behind me
that
than I do in
produce
front of me.
wild
That's
game
the only.
snacks
That's a
your
bad
family
thing.
will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes
You've
grilling
got-
steaks
you're
or
gonna-
smoking
you're gonna
your
be
favorite
out there in
meats
the
taste
blind at
even better with their
95
specialty spices.
95?
Marinades and
That'd be
rubs
awesome,
for
wouldn't it?
deer, elk,
Oh
or your
my
favorite
gosh.
steaks. High Mountain
people
has
are gonna
also
wonder,
just
how did he
introduced
not cook
taco and
those?
fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens
Yep,
and
I'm
grills.
97
all
years
across the
old and I'm out here hunting
for High
today.
Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's
Is that, what
Warehouse
is that
or at
moving
your
out there in
favorite
front of
grilling
me? Is that it?
retailer.
What is that?
Go to HIMTNturkey.com for recipes and to find the
Hey,
closest store near you.
Andrew, come here and hold my bow for me.
Has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
Well, if I'm 97, you'd be what, 80?
Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry
I already feel like a grumpy old man as it is.
Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry
I ain't kidding you.
SXD horse trailers.
1:30 this morning, the big boomers were going off. It took everything I had not to get in my truck and go down there with a 2x4.
Might have. Imperial RV can finance on site.
I just, man, it's just no courtesy.
Full service parts
Like,
department for anything.
how is people not calling the cops and complaining about it?
Monday through Saturday.
I thought the exact same thing about
I mean, honestly, 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, boom! It's like, how are you that stupid to know that that's not right to do that?
That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny,
Not quite
making
what I was
memories
telling my
to
baby,
last a
but along the
lifetime.
same
In the
line.
mood for a great family treat or
Oh yeah,
special
he had a
gift idea?
newborn.
Pop on over to the Lotta Pop
I
store.
mean, I'm
located
griping
at
about my
647
dog,
South
but what
Ankeny
about the people with little babies and
That's
stuff?
where you'll find
Yeah.
over 30 fresh
Don't
flavors of the
get
most
me
delicious
Who,
Iowa
Ravi?
popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll
Your
love
baby?
fresh hot
Don't
flavors
say
like
that
caramel,
about your
caramel
son.
apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar,
like,
cheddar
just
cheese,
sitting up,
birthday cake, or
2 in the
patriotic
morning.
mix, just to name a few. You'll
Guys,
find
I'm up.
something
You
for
want to?
everyone at Lotta Pop and
This
Ankeny.
out work.
Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety
Can you
pack,
go back to
tin
sleep?
or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Gates, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com.
This is Lotta like
Pop,
grade A
great
is
tasting
good as that.
popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, we're back to 244-1350, 244-1350. What are you laughing at? If you want to call in and say hi or you got a question, I'm here for you for 10 minutes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 13 weeks till hunting season. Unless you're going out west. If you're going out west, it's less than that.
Well, they said go west, young man.
Horace Greeley.
There you go.
3rd grade education right there, buddy.
Hey, you know what?
3rd grade, stellar.
I think you can elevate now to 4th grade.
3rd grade education, top of my class. Thank you very much. Yep, would have been there longer, but I didn't fit in the desk. Yeah, would have been there a lot longer. Yeah, it's just one of them deals.
Okay, perfect. Can I get your name quick?
Yep. Boy, I tell you what, I got a doozy of a question the other day. Dan, how do you know deer smell? I'm not going to tell you the guy's last name. His first name is Phil. And it's like, Phil, I can tell you deer can smell because I watch them snort and stomp and do the bob and weave. It's not because they saw me, it's because they smelled me. Deer can smell. That was a new one for me. Who do you got on there?
We got David ready to talk.
Now, let's go say hi to David. Hello, David.
Dan, how do you get 13 weeks to hunting season starts?
Well, I just counted it on my calendar.
Dove season starts September 1st.
Do what?
Dove season starts September 1st.
Well, I know, but I was talking deer hunting.
You didn't say that, I don't believe.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you want to start hunting September 1st, and I did say if you're going out west, it would be sooner, but I was talking about bow hunting. If I didn't say it, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I understand that, but
yeah,
you're not. Some of us just aren't bow hunters.
Well, that's awesome. I'm all for you. You know, that's the number one hunted migratory bird in the country is doves.
Yeah. That's who pays for all that public land that we just kept.
Turkey hunters.
Sort of.
David, we all help contribute to the cause, right?
That's true. Very true.
Yep. But yeah, David, you are correct. What a dove season's going to be September 1st, and then what else? There's something else happens September 1st. Is squirrel?
That's possible. I'm not sure.
So just
there's some duck seasons after that too.
Yeah, early teal seasons in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks till dove season.
Yeah.
You feel better?
Good. That's better than 13.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave, always
Drop
appreciate.
that shotgun, Dan.
Well, I would, but I got stuff to do.
All right, you have a good weekend, Dan.
Dave, I appreciate you calling.
All right. Bye-bye.
There goes David. Did I not say deer season? I probably didn't.
You probably didn't.
But you know me, if you listen to the show, I'm a bow hunter.
And we appreciate the calls in like that.
Yeah, listen, I love all my hunting brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Some people are passionate about pheasants. Our buddy Brant, he's a diehard pheasant hunter. You know, when he thinks hunting, he thinks pheasants and quail. You know, I'm thinking whitetails.
Oh yeah.
Now, if I would have drew if I would have drew a bear tag in Minnesota.
Are you thirsty?
I am. I would be with David and be hunting in 8 weeks in Minnesota, but I'd be hunting bears and not doves. Hey, doves are awesome, man. You take a dove and you breast it out, and you take a jalapeno, you de-seed it.
Ooh.
You take that, chuck that dove meat into that with some cream cheese and throw it on the grill, wrap it in bacon. Those dove jalapeno poppers are amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think twice about what you meant. Thanks, Rick. Good job, Dan. Hey, I'm sorry. All right, give me a break, man. Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
I do, hey, I openly confess and admit this. I talk about bow hunting way more than I talk about anything else. But that's really, that's what keeps me going, man.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
It's whitetails, turkeys, bear, elk. I just don't get to upland hunt. I haven't really dove hunted it. I haven't really dove hunted. Now, see, I dove hunted growing up in Missouri. That was a big deal in Missouri.
Yeah.
It made me mad too. What? It made me mad. Well, I wasn't mad. Are you? Oh, I tell you, don't get mad. Life's too short.
Be glad instead.
Yeah, be glad. I still think dove hunting is a great thing to do for kids because that's the most economical hunt you could do. You just get you a bucket, shotgun, get out there in a sunflower patch or by a pond or lake, and find you some doves.
Dove time.
Yeah. Man, when I first moved up here, they were just trying to get the dove season established. Yeah. Thank you, Rick. You too. Rick said happy 4th to you. Or whatever your name is, Andrew.
Forget name, insert name here.
Well, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
Tis what it is.
Who was I talking to? I was talking to Mark and Jeff and Eric down at Archery Field and Sports. And we were talking about hunts and stuff. And I said, I've been elk hunting 9 times. I think it's 9 times. And I've shot 2 elk. I would love to go one more time. And it'd be nice to get one because the meat's great. But just to get out there and hear the cow, hear those cow calls and the bugles. God, that was like, ugh.
Getting me hungry now.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, deer's awesome. Elk is tremendous.
Yeah.
Moose is delicious.
I don't think you've ever given me moose.
I haven't got a moose.
Why not?
Because I went and I didn't even get to draw my bow back.
Time's ticking, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, moose is good. Now, Howard, our buddy's moving to Alaska. He's going to have moose for neighbors.
Whoa.
I told him he was lucky. All right, we got to get out of here. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for all the nice messages on the live stream. I'm doing Buck Talk Radio on Wednesdays. And the only way I'm not going to be on Wednesday at 5 on the Outdoor Call Radio app is if I got to take Jenny somewhere. She's doing her recouping from her surgery and everything. But other than that, I should be on the app on Wednesday live at 5. Until next week, we'll see you right here on 1350 ESPN. Bye! Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Andrew says goodbye. Goodbye.